getting lots of deer action opening morning. We got a half a dozen does and a small spike. I think Pierce just shot him a deer.
That's good. Good. That's a buck.
He's a spike, looks like. That's that same tall 4-point we saw on the other side this morning. Got a real high rack and just a little bitty fork out close to the end. He'll be a good buck one of these days. Look, here they come. Here they come.
Hey, that's a buck right there. Just jumped off the fence.
Where? Yeah, that's that little top one. Man, he's a cold buck. He's a damn spike on. He's a spike on one side with a brown tie. The other side, he's a solid 4. He's probably gonna be a cold, but with what we got going on, there ain't no way I'm gonna shoot him. No way. Man, if it wasn't a field full of deer, that deer needs to be shot. He's a 2.5-year-old buck. He got a spike with a brown tie on the left and 4 points on the right. Good, but I think he's young.
That's a good buck.
He's young.
That's a good buck.
I think he's young.
Oh,
I think he's young. You got to go. You got it on him.
yeah.
He looks like a young 10-point.
1, 2, 3.
This is crazy, man. This is crazy. I think he's young, Dakota. He's an 8. I think he's a 3.5-year-old buck.
He's pretty wide.
Yep, his ears wide, maybe. I just don't know. Where'd that old freak go?
That's a good 8-point.
Yeah, but I think he's young, dude. Where'd that old freak go? What I'm looking for?
Do what?
That old freak buck. Did they all run off?
No, they're all.
They run off.
Yeah.
You think he's a shooter?
He's pretty wide. I mean, he's well outside of his ears. That's for sure.
I want to get a better look at him.
He's not very heavy.
He needs to pick his head up.
Oh,
He needs to raise his head up.
he's not very heavy, but he's wide as shit.
Stop, you're being loud as crap.
That's a good 8-point though. He's got some big hold.
If he'll raise his head up, I can get a better
It's a
look
nice
at him.
little buck.
Can you hear me talking? Barely. Shit. That big. Think I ought to take him.
Oh,
That hit him?
Miss. Hold on. He's down.
I can't find him.
He's down. Yeah, he's down.
You're sure he's down?
He walked and said,
And you got it on film.
it's right there.
Can you see him? Can you see him? Can you see him?
No. He's in the tall grass.
Man, we had a pretty interesting evening. We saw, there's still deer out there right now. Yeah. We had deer all over us this evening, this morning. We just saw a few. Had a really nice 8-point come out. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be happy with him. He looked like a 4.5-ish-year-old buck. If I'm wrong, he was 3.5. But he was a solid 8, possibly a 10. It was just hard to tell. But he was wide, and he looked fairly tall. And when he turned away from me, I could really see how good he was. He may be a 10-point. But anyway, I shot him with his 300 Ultra Mag at 206 yards. He took a couple steps and fell over, according to my cameraman. When I shot, I saw him take a couple of steps, and I thought I missed him. So I bolted another round in it, and by the time I got the gun back up, I couldn't see him anymore. Cameraman said he took 2 steps and fell over. He's done. So, and I just about made my mind up to shoot a cull buck. But it's opening day, so I hate to do that. But the buck had 4 or 5 points on his right side, and he had a big cow horn spike on the left with a brow tine. And he was at least a 3.5-year-old deer, so he needed to be culled out of the herd. But like I said, it's opening day. I still got another buck tag. I got doe tags, turkey tags, and there are other guys in camp, including my cameraman, that have tags. So we're gonna go recover the deer and see just how good he is. There he is right there. Oh man, he's a pretty buck. He's beautiful, man. He's beautiful. He's a 9-point, and he broke his brow tine and he put this gun down. But not his brow tine, but his G2 on the right side. Man, he's pretty. He's got his head hung in this old hog wire fence. Oh. What's wrong with that for a Texas mesquite country buck? He's only 206 yards from the blind. I thought he was bigger than this, but I'm not disappointed. He's a nice buck. I hadn't seen any, maybe just one on all the game cam pictures we had that was bigger than this one. But his meat in the freezer, dropped him, I don't know, he took maybe 2 steps, and it's all over with. Except for the skinning and the quartering and putting him in the cooler. And that's what we're fixing to go do right now. We're gonna come back in the morning and see if we can't find that old freaky cull buck, our big fat doe, fill another tag. Yeah, he's inside his ears, but he's definitely a buck. Well, just roll. Just leave it rolling. He's moving. He keeps looking at something else. He's moving. He's gone. That cedar bush was 306 yards.
He's right behind
I could put it right on him, but he's not a shooter. He's a little small buck. That was fun anyway. We're gonna put some meat in the freezer, but we're gonna have some fun too. That was pretty fun. Just getting to range him and get on him at that distance. I couldn't see a horn with these binoculars. And I put the scope on it and there he was, as big as day. I can't believe that. You see him?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get back on.
I'm on her.
I think them are does.
He is a doe. She's moving too, boy.
Hang on.
Yes, she is. I'm about to leave sight of her.
I gotta get up and get ready anyway. There they are. There they are.
She's going up. There's a buck.
No, it's a doe in the front.
There's a buck to the bottom right, though.
Yeah, here comes the buck.
Yeah, that's him.
He's just a baby. He's a 2.5-year-old buck, I'm gonna say. Why couldn't he be a shooter? There's my doe.
Where's she at? Hold on.
Right straight across the valley over there. But she's gonna be 400 yards. I ain't shooting that far. They're just too far, man. Starting to get some rut activity though. And we can be here, at least 5 more days. So if they're chasing them that hard, we might get lucky and get a big one. Well, we're down here in the Texas mesquite country on a big 1,000-acre piece. It's 13,000 acres actually, but we're hunting 1,000 acres of it. I killed a really nice 9-point buck the other night. Got it all on film. My son killed a real nice turkey. So we're sitting around camp middle of the day, and I brought some meat with me from back home. Got some wild hog country style ribs and the garlic and cracked pepper smoked links that I made. Hardcore Outdoors hickory barbecue rub. And I fixed to take the links off and put some wild hog pork chops on. Take a look at this. I do believe that did the job. Ain't much of a tracking job on this one. Dropped her like a bad habit. I don't know why people say that bad habit's the hardest thing in the world is to drop. Well, that's a nice doe. Full-grown, mature doe. And that's gonna put some good meat in the freezer to go along with the buck I've already killed. Had a good evening. We still got several. I still have a buck tag and another doe tag or two, so we've got about 3 more days of this before I leave out to go to southern Illinois for a hunt. So we're gonna get her on out of here and get her taken care of. We're a long way from town. We gotta go get some ice before we can do a whole lot of anything, so we're gonna get it going. Aim at the belly, just above the belly line, about an inch. Got it. Getting dark. I'm out of camera light. I can't see the deer anymore. Okay, I got her. She's walking. I got her. You hit it. Did you drop her? That's a long way out there, boy.
Well, here it is. I don't know if y'all can see it because it's kind of dark on the camera. And I could barely see her, but it was about 240 yards. We come over here after we picked Dad's deer up. And I went to the spot where we shot her. We found some hair and meat. And we walked a little ways, about 50 yards, and here she is.
Well, this is the part of every hunt that we all hate. The last day. It's over. We're sitting around the fire tonight. We've got everything pretty much packed and loaded for the long drive home tomorrow. We had a great time. We got a turkey, 2 really nice bucks, and 3 doe. We saw a lot of deer, some coyotes. Had a little encounter with a badger coming to the blind. Been a great 7 days, man. We really enjoyed the hunt. We had a good time. But I've got to get home and do a whole lot of meat processing. So we're going to shut it down on this one. I can't tell you where we're going to be or what we're going to be doing. But we'll see you next week.